I'm back again. I'm trying to post some videos for the day because I have a lot of footage that I wanted to test out with the new recording, and I wanted to see how the editing and whatnot would differ and change throughout everything as well. So, with this one, I actually recorded the game audio. I just didn't record the audio between um, me and the people that were in my Discord at the time. Even though it's only me and one other person playing, there were like three or four other people in the Discord all talking at the same time, and the conversations are random, they're personal, what's like so on and so forth. So I didn't necessarily want to post something like that out to, YouTube. Maybe one day I'll start picking up, recordings of me playing with friends, and us, talking about our honest feelings or even our not so honest feelings about, just stuff in general, and share like the little goofy moments that I have with friends. But with this specific friend that I'm showing right now, we are playing Tom Clancy's The Division 2. They had this event or this new little feature in the game, this new little aspect where you get to do a roguelike, which roguelikes I think have been taking over in a lot of games. And I think that they are actually really interesting. The idea of a roguelike is very interesting, but I personally love roguelikes when they are in games that don't start out as roguelikes, right? So for example, this game I consider it more so to be like an MMORPG. It's just the have the aspect of guns with it. You still get gear, you take on bosses. Technically, you run dungeons or instances, and you have a skill tree. Everything about this game, to me, is like an RPG, an MMORPG, and I love stuff like that. But I know some people who I think have like referenced it as like a looter shooter or a third-person shooter, which I mean, I guess it could fall under some of those aspects as well. It all depends on how you see the game. But for people who have never played it or never really seen it, that's the kind of game it is. And it has incorporated a roguelike feature in it where none of your gear prior to this matters. Nothing matters. You basically just run in with a pistol and or a skill, and you unlock a whole new set of skills and weapons to use as you climb through the floors. And the end game, the end goal purpose of this is that you run it enough times to where you get the coins that you need. These coins can be used to make your roguelike experiences easier and a lot more exciting the deeper you go, but it also has some long-term takeaways. For example, you can get an exotic, which I think it's a weapon. I don't think it's armor. Um, I believe is an exotic weapon which you could take from here, use in your open world game, and make your open world farming experience easier. Not just that, but you can also get free cosmetics by collecting enough coins and running the roguelike experience as well. So, for me, in pretty much any game, I love the cosmetics. I love the way people look. I love the way characters look. I love the way things look. If it were up to me, in pretty much any game I play, I put money in to dress my character up. That goes for like anything, including this game. My cosmetics are not showing up on my character because it's a roguelike, so we're basically completely free, clean slates that are just thrown into this like set of dungeons that we have to complete. We ran this for, I want to say, 3 or 4 hours. This recording right here lasts a little over an hour, but I ran this once or twice with the same friend, and then once with another friend, and then like once or twice on my own. So I was playing this a little bit, but they both played so much more than me. They played Division 2 as a whole more than I do. It's not that I hate this game. It's not that I don't like this game. It's just that there's so much to do in it, and with a steady or stable group of people to play with, it makes a lot of things easier, and everything becomes a little more accessible, and you can help each other with moving through the game. But I don't really have, like a group of people to play with. I used to go through like discords. I used to be in clans. I used to all this stuff right when I was really devoted to the game, and I would have some groups of people to play with. I'd have some groups of people to do things with, but as of right now, it's just one or two friends one of them isn't going to always be on, and the other one is usually down to play, but they usually have their own agendas, right? So you're probably not going to see a ton of gameplay of this from me, but this is definitely one of those games that I really thought was a pretty interesting and exciting game for the while that I played. I was talking about it with that same group of friends last night. Division 2, Destiny 2, and Grand Theft Auto 5. The three of us used to play heavy, all three of those games. And when I say heavy, I mean like for months, right? We were on the game for a really long time, trying to reach a goal to unlock something major. And we ended up reaching that goal or getting really close to that goal or whatever the case may be. And once we hit it, one of us would stop playing, and then because one of us would, the other one would, and then there'd be one left, and they'd be playing, by themselves for X amount of time until they got tired of it as well. Nowadays, I don't really play games just because friends play them. I'm always down to like try games out. If there's nothing else to play, then I'll play whatever if it, gets my attention. But I have the type of friends who will tell you to get a game and then not play that game with you. So it's kind of like a waste of money if you don't enjoy the game on your own. So when you see me playing games, I'm usually playing games by myself. And when I do, I'll just record like goofy, funny moments. Usually when I am playing with friends, though, I've kind of set it up now to where hopefully I'm recording two types of audio. I don't know if it will always pick it up. I don't know if I'll need to use another recording program strictly for my audio, but I'm somewhat setting it up so now that when I play, I'll have one channel for like my voice with my friends, and then I'll have another channel for in-game audio. That's not, I know that's not foolproof. I know there's going to be mistakes. I know things are going to run a little rougher and ragged, but while I'm still kind of figuring things out, this is, what's to be expected. Usually, the only reason why I bring up like playing with my friends is because stuff like this. As you can see, I just got dropped by the boss. We like to pretty much role play in games when we play together. So I'll go down and I'll start screaming. I'll be like, it got me. I can smell pennies. And like just start freaking out like I just died. And I think little moments like that can be pretty entertaining, pretty funny. But yeah, I try not to record the overall audio because you don't want to hear one friend talking about doing this or that with whoever, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this was just my roguelike experience. Apparently, they cycle through effects and upgrades and stuff every so or so. I might end up making a separate channel specifically for people who play whatever games so that when I do record audio and whatnot, it's solely set between that group of us playing the game, so there's no outside forces pitching in there, whatever, just to be respectful, because I think having some recording with friends would be really fun. But outside of that, that's pretty much everything. My takes on this game, if anybody's like wondering how I feel about the roguelike in Division 2, I think the coin system is garbage. Every clear is like, you don't really get coins until you get to a boss. You don't get to a boss until like, I think it's like the fourth room, right? And obviously the higher the rooms go, the harder everything gets, but the more stuff you get as well. So it kind of just is dependent on how you play and the build you get, and if you're playing with people, what they have as well. And I think at times some people can screw you over by building a certain thing or using a certain thing, because if they go down and it's just you versus the boss and the boss is boosted, it'll take a minute, but if you really understand the game, then it shouldn't be, too hard. You win some, you lose some. I think it's rewarding. I think any roguelike system is rewarding when you actually finish something and you're able to come back and do it again to try to grind something else out. Like I said, I really do enjoy the idea of roguelikes usually, but you're not going to see me play them a lot unless like I'm playing with friends. My bread and butter is like MMORPGs, and even then I don't really like get video recording of that. So as of late, I've been playing Final Fantasy Online, Final Fantasy 14, and I hope to post some videos regarding that. Probably not going to be any audio of me talking, so I'm going to have to add commentary to that and just give some people, like my little experiences. I want to start doing like a little series where I have rundowns where it's like, okay, so this is what I did while playing. I did this check, I did this check, I did this check, I did this check, like checking off all the boxes to kind of show everything that I've done for the summary of me playing. So I'll play for like 4 or 5 hours straight, but it'll be like a 12-minute video where I basically sum up those 4 or 5 hours. And I wouldn't mind posting like a 4 or 5 hour video of like everything that I've done. But I think YouTube caps me at a certain length until I've gained X amount of followers. And B, because I don't usually like record my voice or whatever the case may be, you're probably not going to hear me talking for the entire 4 to 5 hours unless I put commentary over those 4 or 5 hours. And if I do, it's probably not going to be over strictly the game. It's going to be me talking about other things. For example, my grandfather just passed away, like today. So I would probably talk about that for maybe 20, 30 minutes, but I don't want to get too personal about, like family stuff. So yeah, you're probably going to get a few more videos. A, because I'm trying to get rid of some more stuff, but B, I also want to see how it turns out and how it looks on YouTube as well. This is just more so for the way things look. So a lot of these videos are going to be tests on how videos look. If you're used to seeing my other gameplays and then you see this, let me know if you've noticed any change, if it's gotten better, if it's gotten worse, if it's gotten smoother, if it's gotten blurrier. Feel free to chime in the comments. If you want to play any games alongside me and you see me playing them, feel free to like put a comment or something in the description and we can like add each other in a game or add each other on Discord or both or whatever the case may be and run whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would leave the rest of the game up as like footage if you wanted to just see how the game ran. But like I said, pretty much everything else is just strictly in-game audio. Right, so it's just in-game footage. It's not me like leaving commentaries over it. So I don't know how like interested you will be in that. Right. So I think this next video it might be this recording, but kind of showing like the floors and the skills that I picked up. I think that would be a little interesting. If not, I'll just post some other gameplay footage because, like I said, I do want to show off some of the other games as well. And I'm trying to manage everything and figure out how it is that I want to set my channel up because I still don't know entirely what it is I want to talk about and cover. But this is just for some games if anybody's curious or wondering, what I've been doing, what I've been playing outside of work, outside of school, when I have had time. These are some of the things I've been doing. Granted, these recordings are older, like a month or two older, if not 3 or 4 weeks, which is still about a month. But yeah, so peace. Oh, and as always, eat my balls.